This video is protected under the copyright law. Reposting this video without permission may result in consequences.
This week on Touring Canada, we will be taking a look at Eastern Canada and pinpoint the best tourist destinations. From the old charming city of Quebec to the modern city of Ottawa and Toronto, and finally the graceful Niagara Falls and Montreal. Quebec, the capital of the Canadian province of the same name, has more than 500,000 residents. Being so close to the Arctic, it has long cold winters and is a famous winter sports destination. But during the warmer months, the city bursts into action. Quebec City combines the color theme of Europe with the familiarity of North America. Its charming cobblestone streets, with Parisian-style flair, show a love for unique fashion trends and fine cuisine. While discovering Quebec's highlights, you'll be zigzagging between the walled Upper Town and the Lower Town. The Old Town is a great place to discover elegant artworks, Asian-style sculptures, and tons of stores selling unique accessories and food. Quebec will always remember their history and are fiercely proud of their French roots. French is the official language. Everywhere you go, menus, billboards, you can always see French everywhere. Drop in at the popular Museum of Civilization and take a journey through the history of Quebec, from the First Nations to the modern culture. Continue your time travels and stroll past the fortifications and cannons on the panoramic Dufferin Terrace. Pose in front of the Tourney Fountain and look up at the Parliament Building, home to Quebec's National Assembly. Step through the gates of the nearby British fortress La Citadelle to watch the traditional changing of the guard ceremony in the summer. Shop in North America's oldest grocery store to stock up on provisions, and head out of the Old Town to experience some of Quebec's family attractions. To the south, the aquarium introduces visitors to the marine mammals that inhabit the ice-cold water of Arctic. Hundreds of thousands of marine animals of different sizes and colors will make it a day to remember. To the north are Montmorency Falls. Glide past, stand suspended in midair, or climb up to the observation platform to witness the spectacle up close. Afterwards, cross the river to the Orleans to watch the sunset over the mountains. The river plays a major part in Quebec's history. It brought the first settlers, the international trade, and soldiers who fought over the Canadian territory. A Canadian city with over 400-year history and French elegance, Quebec is truly unique, a destination to always remember. Canada's capital is located in a valley along the Ottawa River in the province of Ontario, close to the American border. Ottawa is the country's fourth largest city and attracts more than 7 million visitors each year. Come to Ottawa to celebrate its quality of life, to explore its waterways, and to enjoy its many cultural attractions. This modern center for technology and science still has a deep appreciation for ceremony and history. Often thought of as a winter destination, this city really comes to life during the warmer months. Having an outdoor meals in culinary districts such as Little Italy, go for a walk or a bike ride to explore the downtown area, and follow the pathways along the Rideau Canal. It cuts the city in two and gradually makes its way down to the Ottawa River. Come to the Parliament Hill in summer to see the changing of the guard ceremony, where the clock of Peace Tower strikes 10. It's a spectacle not to be missed. Cross the locks to see the National Gallery of Canada. Its exterior reflects the sky and its inner court embraces nature. A few blocks away, the Byward Market is the place to go for lunch, with its good selection of mouth-watering treats. Also try some delicious fruit which comes straight from the farmers in Quebec. The Canada Agriculture and Food Museum is the living proof that this green city loves fresh produce. The sky is the limit in the Canadian Aviation and Space Museum, an airport hangar filled with vintage planes and modern aircraft. Not far from the museum is the start of a huge conservation area called the Gatineau Park. After some close encounters in the visitor center, hike to the picturesque lake to enjoy a few hours on the beach. Before you leave the park, have lunch in the tea room of Mackenzie King Estate, the historic summer retreat of Canada's longest-serving Prime Minister. As the second largest country in the world, Canada has everything from snow-capped mountains to lush valleys and more wilderness than you can explore in a lifetime. And as a capital of all of this, Ottawa offers just a taste of what is to come. On the north shore of Lake Ontario, near the US border, lies Canada's largest city. Toronto is the capital of the Province of Ontario and is a major economic and cultural center for the country. Founded as York by British in the late 1700s, Toronto is now a proudly Canadian city, and nearly 6 million people call the Greater Toronto Area home. The megacity attracts people from all over the world, and neighborhoods such as Chinatown, Geektown, and Little Italy are just some examples of Toronto's diversity. Nearly everywhere you go, you can catch a glimpse of the city's iconic CN Tower, one of the 7 wonders of the world. The entrepreneurial Canadian also know how to relax. Take a stroll in one of Toronto's many green spaces, such as the Edward Garden and Hyde Park. Families, couples, and students share the botanical displays with the curious chipmunks near the waterfront. Toronto's district mixes the old with the new in a tasteful way. One of the most striking contemporary twists of a historic building is the design of the Royal Ontario Museum. Browse the galleries with artifacts of Canada's Aboriginal people and depictions of the country's past. Overlooking Lake Ontario is the modern Canada Square, a cultural hub in the heart of the downtown Toronto. Relax a while in Toronto's Pleasant Marina or visit a theater or brewhouse. Sports fans can catch a game in the Rogers Centre or visit the nearby Hockey Halls of Fame. First-timers are often surprised by the size of Toronto, which is North America's 4th largest city. Dundas Square, the downtown end of the Yonge Street, is a copy of New York's Times Square. Find designer brands in the Eaton Center or shop in the city's huge underground mall. A different shopping experience altogether are the vintage clothes stores at the Casitan Markets. These central neighborhoods represent the funky and anything goes side of Toronto. When it's time for lunch, try Italian or geek food or typical Hogtown treat. St. Lawrence Market in the heart of the old town is the best place to go for fresh produce. Families should check out the fun Ontario Science Centre or visit Toronto's exciting entertainment parks. Don't leave Ontario before taking a day trip to Niagara Falls. The largest of them all, the Horseshoe Falls, sits on the border with the New York State. Each year, millions of people come to watch this spectacle, an experience you'll never forget. The falls are the perfect finale to a Toronto visit. The Niagara Falls are located on the border of Ontario Province, Canada, and New York State, USA. The water flows from the Great Lakes, the world's largest surface freshwater system, all the way down to the Atlantic Ocean. See one of the world's most awe-inspiring displays of the power of nature from the sky, from the river below, or even from within arm's reach. The Niagara River connects Lake Erie with Lake Ontario. But before it gets there, the water plunges down almost 170 feet in a straight drop. The volume of the water that comes tumbling over the crest is overwhelming. Almost 170,000 cubic meters of water. That's 6 million cubic feet. Thunders over these combined falls each minute during the fall's peak hours. Most people don't realize this until they get there, but there are actually 3 waterfalls. East are the American Falls and the narrow Bridleville Falls. Then you get to the Goat Island, then to the west is an impressive Canadian Horseshoe Falls, the widest and the most powerful of them all. Glide over the river or explore the many other vantage points to see the water plummet into the depth below. The resulting plume of mist is visible for miles away. Less than a 2-hour drive from Toronto and only a taxi ride away from Buffalo Airport. Getting to Niagara is easy. Their accessibility and splendor make the Niagara Falls one of the most photographed natural spectacles in the world. But of course, no picture can capture the thrill you feel and the roar you hear when you witness the Niagara's astonishing power, an impression that will last a lifetime. Montreal, the largest city of Quebec, is located near the US border. Though the city is not intended for tourists, there are still some great tourist destinations for you to visit. First, take a look at McGill University, located in downtown Montreal. Constructed in the 1800s, this university is now one of the top universities in the world, with over 30,000 people graduating each year. After looking over the university, you may want to go to the Montreal's famous amusement park, La Ronde, the largest in Quebec. If you're lucky, you can catch one of Montreal's many unique festivals, like the Just for Love festivals. At the end of your visit, go to a symphony or theater, grab a coffee and enjoy the night. It is the perfect city to visit at the end of your trip.